Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Illinois Association for College Admission Counseling Virtual College Fair. This is a fair featuring 6 colleges, each presenting for 6 minutes. Thank you so much for joining us. A few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen at any point to type questions to our presenters. Your camera and microphone are off, so our panelists cannot see or hear you. This is just one of many different sessions happening, so please be sure to sign up for more. And this session is being recorded and will be available within about a week at strivescan.com/Illinois. And with that, I'll turn it over to our first presenter, Alma College.
Hello, everyone. My name is Erin Miller, and I am an admissions rep and the out-of-state coordinator for Alma College. You might be asking yourself, where is Alma College? Well, it's a good thing I can pull out my handy map here. We are in the great state of Michigan, and so we are about right in the middle. So we are about 45 minutes north of Lansing and about 15 to 20 minutes south of Mount Pleasant. Even though Alma is on a smaller campus, it's nice that you have those other cities to go to. Even though we are a smaller campus, we are a smaller liberal arts private institution. We do have about 1,450 undergraduate students. That's all we have on our campus, our undergraduate students. We have, though, so much to do even on that small campus. So we have over 100, I think it's about 20 now, 120 clubs and organizations. They're growing by the day. Our students can create their own club or organization to fit the needs of what they're looking for in a college environment. We are NCAA D3 athletic institution. And so what that means is that there's a nice balance of athletics and academics on our campus. We do have about 62% of our campus that is student athletes. So we've got a lot of support and a lot of love for our student athletes. We do have a smaller campus again, so we see that obviously in the classroom. Our average class size is 18. I did have a second year last year who had a class of 4 in psychology. And so it really ranges. The max you'll probably see is about 35 to 40 in your big intro lecture halls. So you really get to know the faculty, they really get to know you, and we'll kind of see how in a later slide, how they really get to know you as a student on campus. So something that really helps us stand out from other liberal arts and private institutions is what we call the Alma Commitment. So what this is kind of a 3-step way that we ensure that we are committing to you just as much as you are committing to us. We have a graduation commitment. Depending on your program, it'll look to be 4 or 4.5 years. We stand by this graduation commitment that we will get you through your program in 4 or 4.5 years. And if something happens out of your control, we'll pay for an extra semester of tuition for you. That's how we kind of back up the fact that we want you to be successful, but also to get on to your future as well too. We also have planned academic and career guidance. So your faculty members are actually your academic advisors and your career advisors and your life advisors. They really get to know you one-on-one, and they really help to contribute to your success at Alma and in the future. We also have a $2,500 venture grant for every single student to use towards internships, towards research opportunities, to study abroad, towards spring terms. Anything that really gets you outside the classroom and really learning is what the venture grant is for. Our academics are really hands-on. We really look to get you out of the classroom and really succeeding by that hands-on learning. So you'll notice up, we have a picture of, actually, those are our nursing students in a sim lab that we have in the hospital in our town that they use. We do have over 50 programs of study. Our most popular are business education, pre-law, nursing, and integrative physiology and health sciences. We also have a program of emphasis that really allows you to create your own major to really fit the needs that you have as a student. Like I said, even though we are a smaller campus, we have a lot going on our campus. Outside of our D3 athletic teams, we also have IM and club sports. Our performing arts are huge on our campus. We have vocal, orchestra, band, theater programs from tech to the actual acting. And we also have what we call Highland arts, that's bagpipes and Highland dancing. So that's a little bit unique to us as a Scottish heritage and proud institution. All of our first and second year residence halls have been newly updated within the last 2 years. And we also are welcoming to all faiths. We offer multi-denominational and interfaith religious services on our campus. There's a lot here on this slide about financial aid. Essentially what it comes down to is you'll see a scary sticker price, but there's also so many financial aid opportunities for you. Some are GPA-based, performance-based, interest-based. You can see them all on the screen. Something of note for all of our out-of-state students, so that's all of you here in the great state of Illinois, you will receive an automatic $2,000 award per year just for being from outside the state of Michigan. Applying is super easy. The application opens in the fall around August, the first or second week of August. Our application will always be free. You can do it on our Alma website or the Common App. We are test optional. We were before COVID and we will be afterwards. We're still looking to see what the test optional process will be for the next cycle, but don't worry, it's always going to be an option for you. If you choose not to go that way, you can still submit your transcripts and your test scores. I always encourage students to come and visit. That's the best way to really get a view of what campus is and how you can fit in and how you see yourself there. We offer virtual visits and on-campus visits. We also have a number of virtual events going on as well too. If you have any questions about how to set up a visit, how to come to a virtual event, how to come to an on-campus event, please take down my information. I'll also be putting it in the chat. But I'm so glad that you are all here to join us, and I look forward to sharing more with you in the future. Thanks.
Thank you so much. Our next presenter is University of Cincinnati.
Sorry, just getting my screen share here. Okay, there we go. Okay, hi everyone. My name is Jen Sloan from University of Cincinnati. One thing that I always like to share is that I actually am regionally based in the Chicago area. So wherever you are in Illinois, I do work with students from all over the state, but I actually live in the Chicago area to work with students in Illinois. University of Cincinnati is a large public research university. We have just over 47,000 students in total and just about 27,000 undergraduates on our main campus. So we are located in Cincinnati, Ohio. We're about a 5 to 6 hour drive from most parts of the state of Illinois. And we are a 1 hour flight if you happen to live in the Chicagoland area. So it's very easy to get back and forth. We are about 25 minutes from the airport and 2 miles from downtown Cincinnati. So just to give you context, we are a very urban campus. What you can kind of see from the photo here is that there are really not driving roads through our campus. So what's a little unique about our urban setup is that it's a very traditional on-campus experience for our students with the city all around you. And it's something that students tell us they really enjoy about their experience at Cincinnati. Given our size, a question we get a lot is what can I expect in terms of classroom size? So one that I always like to share is that about 83% of our classes will have 50 students or less. Just under 4% of our classes have 100 students or more. So is it possible that you could have a class or two that are going to be a little bit larger? It's possible, but it will definitely not be the majority of your experience. Which brings me to academics. We have over 350 different majors and programs. Students come to us to study a very wide variety of things. I will give you our 9 academic undergraduate colleges just to give you a sense of where those programs will come from. Our College of Engineering and Applied Science, College of Allied Health Science, College Conservatory of Music, College of Nursing, College of Medicine, which does have 2 undergraduate majors, our Lindner College of Business, College of Design, Architecture, Art, and Planning, our College of Arts and Sciences, and our College of Education, Criminal Justice, and Human Services. So hopefully that gives you a little bit of an idea if there's a lot to study at Cincinnati. Probably the most important thing to know about our overall academic experience is that 100% of our students are going to participate in what we call experience-based learning or learning outside of the classroom. What that looks like could depend very much on your program. Some of our students will participate in what we call a required co-op. At Cincinnati, the co-op is a paid full-time working experience that some of our majors are required to participate in and others have the option. I won't get into too many details here, but if that sparks your interest, I'm happy to talk a little bit more about it. Some other experience-based learning pieces could include research. We are a Research One institution with hundreds of millions of dollars of research happening every year on our campus, student teaching, artistic performance, clinicals, study abroad, internships, you name it, many, many ways to go about that. If you aren't overly familiar with Cincinnati, we do have a metropolitan area of over 2 million people. It will feel a little bit smaller, a little bit easier to navigate than Chicago, and definitely a little bit more affordable, which is all great for a college student. What a lot of people don't know is that we have the largest number of Fortune 500 companies of anywhere in the country per capita in Cincinnati. So that's sort of a cool fact about us. You can see we were the birthplace of co-op education, like I mentioned. And some of our more unique undergraduate programs are listed there. A couple other good things to know about us. We are a very residential campus. I do get that question a lot. 83% of our freshmen live on our main campus in 16 different residence halls. So lots of opportunity for a very residential community. You're welcome to continue living on campus after that. Many of our students will choose to move in the neighborhood right around us as well. We do have over 500 different student organizations on our campus, so many different ways to get involved, over 70 different cultural organizations. And I think one of the strengths is you really don't have to be involved in any one specific organization to find your fit or your crew at Cincinnati, which is pretty cool. We are Division I for athletics. We have over 30 club sports, and of course, intramurals are very popular. For the application process, we are a Common App school. We do follow a holistic review, which means there really isn't any one piece of the application that's going to be significantly more important than the others. We're looking at the application in totality of what you're sending to us. We do have an application fee. We require an official high school transcript, one letter of recommendation. One is enough, I promise, one is enough. We were test optional this year for the first time. And it was with the exception of nursing, early childhood education, and our university honors program, all other majors were completely test optional. We have no preference over whether you send the test score or not if you are applying to a test optional program. That will continue for next year. I would say stay tuned into late spring or early summer. We will share if there are any changes to what programs are or are not participating, but the vast majority of our programs will continue to be test optional into the next academic year as well. You can see some of the scholarships that are listed here, out-of-state tuition, good things like that. I do want to share a very important deadline at Cincinnati. December 1st is our early action admission deadline. That is also our scholarship and university honors consideration deadline. There is nothing you have to do to be considered for merit scholarships except apply and submit all required materials no later than December 1st of your senior year. There are a handful of programs that will close after December 1st as well. But with that being the scholarship deadline, there's really no reason to wait any longer than that. The last thing I'll share is that we are hosting visitors. It looks like we're going to be able to increase the number of visitors that we will be able to host over this summer. Stay tuned. You're certainly welcome to reach out to me with questions about UC or visits, but our website will also have up-to-date visit information as well. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much. Our next presenter is Bowling Green State University.
All right. Well, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Drew Small. I'm the Regional Admissions Counselor here at Bowling Green State University. Much like Jennifer for the University of Cincinnati, I am regionally based right here in the Chicagoland area. I specifically recruit students from all over the state of Illinois, but living here and working specifically with our Chicagoland area. Bowling Green State University, if you are not familiar, is located right in the northwest corner of Ohio, about a 4-hour drive from downtown Chicago. Basically, I-90 all the way across the northern part of Indiana until you hit another major highway, I-75, which will take you right to our campus where you'll see our football stadium campus right from the highway. The town itself is actually one of the top college towns in the United States. The two things that we're ranked highest on is affordability and safety. Downtown is a short walk away from the university, about a 5 to 10 minute walk away. So it allows our students to go downtown, get buy one, get free burger nights, 35-cent wings, 50-cent tacos, coffee shops, boutiques, sports bars, things like that that students want to do on the weekends. And so we truly are the kind of that college town atmosphere. But being located right off I-75, we're about an hour and 10 minutes away from downtown Detroit. 2 from Cleveland, 2 from Columbus, 3 hours from Cincinnati, and like I said before, 4 hours from Chicago, as well as 4 hours from Pittsburgh. And so for students that want that college town experience, but not have to sacrifice those large opportunities when it comes to research or internships, Bowling Green State University is kind of in a unique area when it comes to providing both experiences for our students. We do have about 20,000 students. This is a little bit outdated, but we have about 20,000 students, which means that our enrollment is actually the largest it's been in the past 10 years. And our retention rate is the highest it's ever been in university history. And so even during the pandemic, students recognize that BGSU is a great degree, but also an affordable degree, a great value for our students here at Bowling Green State University. Now, we are a medium-sized public four-year institution. About 20% of our incoming class comes from a racially or ethnically diverse background. We have students from all 50 states across the country, as well as 70 plus countries across the globe. And so Bowling Green State University is going to give you that international perspective. It's going to give you that big school feel. But inside the classroom, our average classroom size is 24 students. We have a student to faculty ratio of 9-to-1. We are the top teacher producer in the state of Ohio. And so I always like to say that we like to practice what we preach. If we're a top educator within the state of Ohio and across the Midwest, we want to make sure that learning experience is so important or really crucial for students, whether you're in our college of education or college of business, college of arts and sciences, across the board. You know, that student engagement is so important here at BGSU. We have over 200 different academic programs that we offer. Some new programs, we just launched our brand new School of Nursing. BGSU is one of the oldest nursing programs in the state of Ohio. We've always had partnerships with other universities, but now we have our own nursing program here at BGSU that's housed right on our campus. We have a new PT, doctorate of physical therapy, transition degree at Bowling Green State University, something that we never had offered before. We do have aviation here at BGSU. I know that we have Lewis presenting a little bit later, but we are one of the very few institutions like Lewis University that actually has an airport on our campus. Now, we actually get our students within the cockpit that very first semester that they're on campus. And so you're going to start flying right away when you come to Bowling Green State University. We have one of the top college of businesses within the state of Ohio. We rank number 1 specifically for accounting, number 14 in the country for supply chain management. We also offer forensic sciences, sport management, great college of musical arts, the largest school of fine art in the state of Ohio. And so really for any student, we have something for you here at BGSU. Our number 1 major last year was actually within our deciding student program. This allows students to come to Bowling Green State University, choose BGSU based on, just it's the right college fit. You're going to find your major here at BGSU. And we've actually launched a new program, a new initiative here at BGSU called Life Design. So every single student from the day that you move into campus until you walk across that graduation stage, you have a life design coach here at BGSU that will help you pick your classes, that will help you get involved on campus, find that internship, but really be that go-to person throughout your college career here at Bowling Green State University to make sure that you are doing what you need to do to be successful. And really, the proof is in the pudding. 97% of our graduates either have a job, are in graduate school, or start their own business within 6 months of graduation. Another great resource is the Falcon Internship Guarantee. Much like the University of Cincinnati, we really strive for those co-ops, internships, research opportunities. And what the Falcon Internship Guarantee does, it allows students to come in that very first semester, start building that resume, start writing that cover letter, doing mock interviews, going to networking events within the local area or to some larger metropolitan areas to meet other BGSU graduates. And so Bowling Green State University identifies, yes, you're coming for that academic career, but also we need to prepare you professionally here at BGSU, which we have a lot of great resources for our students. Getting involved is one of the most important things that you can do on our campus. And that goes across, any university that you might be looking at. We have 18 Division I sports, the highest level of athletics at the college level right on our campus. All of our sporting events are free to students on campus. Football, basketball, softball, volleyball, even men's Division I ice hockey. We're the only national champions in the state of Ohio when it comes to hockey. So it's a huge hockey town. Greek life is huge on campus. About 15 to 20% of our student population is involved in Greek life, and over 400 student-run organizations. And so you're not sacrificing going to a smaller public school for that college experience. Bowling Green State University is going to offer that for you. Now, BGSU is rolling admissions, which means that we don't have early action or early decision. Really, our application deadline is January 15th to qualify for our merit-based scholarship. So basically, when you apply to BGSU, you're automatically qualified for 2 scholarships. One that will go towards the out-of-state fee, and then one that will go towards the tuition and fees. Now, we are on the Common Application as well as through our website. This past year, we were test waiver, which means that students could get an admission decision without submitting a test or a test score. For the fall of 2022, we are moving in that direction. We are creating a test optional pathway for our students. We don't know exactly what that's going to look like. We're going to have some more information over the summer when our application does open up, but just know that BGSU will have a pathway to admission that is not requiring that test score. Since we are rolling a decision, as long as the student submits that application, those required documents, we will get you that admission decision. If you do have any more questions, feel free to reach out to me via email. We have a lot of great virtual opportunities for students to learn more about BGSU, especially for juniors, but we're also allowing in-campus visits as well. So feel free to check out our website to come join us and visit us on campus. Go Falcons.
Thank you. Our next presenter is Trinity Christian College.
All right, hello everyone. So thank you guys again for joining us today. Again, I am from Trinity Christian College. My name is Destiny. I am an admissions rep here. All right, let's get started. So a little bit about Trinity. We have around 1,131 students enrolled currently. Our average class size is 20 students to professor ratio. From student to faculty ratio, it's around 10 to 1. Students come from all over. We have students that come from 35 states, from the United States, and then also from 9 different countries. When I actually used to be a student there, I had classmates from Ecuador, Spain. So there's a lot of great opportunities for you to meet new people. We are located in the Palos Heights area, which is a small suburban town. It's 30 minutes from Chicago. It's one of the safest cities surrounding Chicagoland area. And also we are ranked #1. We're ranked in one of the top safest campuses. Also, we are surrounded by a lot of nature preserves, and it is just such a beautiful time and place to be. Again, like I said, we are ranked one of the safest campuses in Illinois. And then for academics, we have a lot of programs available for you. So we have over 70 programs of study, flexible to be majors or minors, and 10 specific minors on top of the 70 flexible programs. We also have exceptional learning opportunities for you to go into downtown Chicago. We really like to utilize our networking opportunities there and also our connections. All students are required to take an internship and field education program, and a lot of that does happen off campus. Here's just a look at some of the programs that we offer. So we have art, design, biology, history, you name it, most likely we got it. Here's a few more. If you want to talk more about the programs that we offer and get more into specific details, please reach out to me. I'll have my information listed later. All right, for academics, again, some more highlights. So our nursing program is actually ranked #1 in the state of Illinois, which is super exciting. We have 100% passing rate for the NCLEX, which is a test that all nurses have to take. Our education program, also our students have 100% passing rate for the test teacher performance assessment. Business program, we're partnered with 1871, which is a program in headquarters downtown in the Chicagoland area. And it's just a neat way for our business students to really become entrepreneurs and really build their businesses and build a name for themselves. We have a lot of academic support for students on campus, like tutoring and our writing center, which helps you format your papers and also edit them for you. It's such a neat time for you to really build your professionalism and your writing skills. And then again, we want you there. And then this is just some highlights of some students who are alum who have really good success stories. For student life, we have tons of activities here for you. We have over 500 student activities per year, 30 clubs and organizations on campus, and then 12 athletic teams for our campus and residence life. We have suite style dorms, and if you want more information about our dorms, I would love to connect with you about them. So 2 people per room in one suite, and then you have 2 suite mates, so 4 people total, and you have your own private bathroom. Our resident staff is available to you 24/7, and our campus safety is always available. A little bit more about our campus life. We really want to emphasize spiritual formation. Faith is rooted in everything that we do in and out of the classroom, and we have a lot of opportunities for you to express and build your faith. We have chapel, peer ministry, outcry, you name it, we have it, and again, it's all optional for you. Just some financial aid facts here. So over 94% of Trinity students receive financial aid. Freshmen in the fall of 2020 who filed for FAFSA has an average of 80% of their tuition covered with grants and scholarships or waivers of all different sources, And this is the good money because that's the money you don't have to pay back. Average gift aid scholarships that were awarded was around $24,000 per student. And then we have awarded over $12 million in institutional gift aid in 2020 to 2021. Few more financial aid facts. Scholarships, we love to give out scholarships. We actually really pride ourselves on how well we give out scholarships to students. During the application process, while reviewing your application, we actually recommend students for scholarships who qualify for the different ones that we have listed on our scholarship page, and we can give that information to you. All our scholarships are available for you to view. The applications are on there. You name it, you want to be able to advocate for yourself, we want you to do that. We also love to advocate for you as well. Available scholarships are academic, athletic, major-based, residence-based, leadership, honors, and diversity scholarships. And then the application process. This is the big process, right? So please make sure that if you are interested in Trinity, please apply at apply.trinity.edu, or you can apply through Common App. Please make sure that you are submitting your transcripts, and please connect with your admissions representative. We are here for you, and we want to support you through this process. And then this is just my information, so please connect with me if you have any questions about Trinity. I would love to connect with you and just chat with you about your possible future here. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much. Our next presenter is Lewis University.
Hi, everyone. My name is David Anderson. I'm one of the freshman admissions counselors at Lewis University. So I'm going to try and get through this as quick as I can in the time limit. So if I skip over anything, feel free to ask me in the Q&A. So like a few other schools here, Lewis is a mid-sized university, or that's what we're considered. We have about 6,400 students in total, about 4,200 of which are undergraduates, and about 1,100 students that live on campus. We are a Catholic Lasallian institution, which basically, to summarize, is an offshoot of Catholicism that focuses on education. So that traditional background that we have is what's established Lewis, and it's the reason why we like to focus on nurturing our students and making sure that they're successful after they graduate. We're also a liberal arts school, so we make sure that we make you the best individuals we can as a whole, rather than just focusing in on whatever your major might be. So you will be taking those general education courses as well. Also tying into the Catholic tradition that we have, you also are required to have 3 classes that relate to theology, but they don't need to be Catholic based. So a little bit of information about Lewis in terms of our diversity and the way that the demographic is broken up. Like I said, we are a Catholic Lasallian institution. About 52% of our student body is practicing Catholicism, but obviously that 48% either doesn't practice a religion at all, or they practice some other religion. And what's nice is that Lewis is a welcoming community. And I can attest to this because I was a student myself. Regardless of what you believe in, what your background is, Lewis welcomes you and makes sure that they provide you with the same opportunities and the best experience you can. This page also gives you information about the gender of the population, as well as where we're getting students from. So we are majority students coming from Illinois, but we do have other states represented as well as different countries too. So tying into the fact that we are a mid-sized university, we do offer those small classroom sizes similar to some of the other schools as well. So you're getting that one-on-one attention that you might need. If you ever have some questions for your professors, something isn't clicking, basically you get that personal connection with them. So in most cases at the beginning of the semester, you're gonna get your syllabus with the class schedule and everything like that, but you're also gonna get your information from the professors. So their office hours, their office number, and in some cases, even their cell phone numbers. Also, because of the size of the university, you're not gonna get any TAs or GAs. So you're gonna be working with the professors directly. And then you're also gonna be getting that hands-on experience. So depending on what your major might be, you're gonna be doing something that's gonna get you that real life experience that you're gonna need when it comes to developing as a professional. We offer a number of services that are available for students. So as you can see here, we have academic career services, honors programs, scholars programs, and first gen flyers, as well as the mentor program for those individuals who, even if they aren't first gen, they can connect with another faculty member that's at Lewis. So this gives you a little bit of information about the different programs and majors that we have available. We have over 80 plus majors and minors that are available. On the left, you can see some of the top majors that we have. So aviation, obviously, a lot of people know us because of our aviation program. Bowling Green said, we do have an airport on campus, so that's kind of what's a pull for the aviation majors. We also are one of the top nursing programs in the state of Illinois. And that's one of our top programs in terms of enrollment. And then we also have business, which would be third in terms of enrollment. And then, like I said, we have a 13-to-1 ratio when it comes to that interaction with the professors. And 90% of your classes are going to be 30 students or less. And in most cases, you're going to be looking at around 15 or so. This gives you some more information about how Lewis is committed to making sure that you're getting the experience that you need and the knowledge that you need so that you can be successful upon graduating. So Lewis doesn't require internships as a university, but in most cases, your curriculum for whatever program you might be interested in is going to have some kind of version of a required internship. I study sports management, and that was one of the things that we had to do as well. So this just gives you some information about the different internship opportunities that some students have taken advantage of. This gives you some information about the different organizations and clubs. This was really important for me as a student. Obviously, you want to make sure that you're successful academically, but you also don't want to burn yourself out. So getting involved in organizations and something that you're passionate about is always a must, in my opinion. So if there's a program or club or something like that that Lewis doesn't have, you can always get that started as long as you have 5 friends and a faculty member. And then also, I like to mention the fact that we have study abroad. The great thing about our program is that you don't have to pay an additional fee on top of tuition. You just need to pay for your flight to and from, as well as having some spending money. And then we also have service projects that are available as well that kind of ties in to our mission and our tradition related to the LaSallian community. We have Division II athletics that are available on campus, except for men's volleyball. That would be Division I. That's always something that I was interested in and that I recommend anybody who is either a commuter or resident get involved in, just because it's something that if you're spectating, it's a way to, like I said, unwind and de-stress from academics. We do have a number of different resident halls on campus, but Lewis is considered a commuter school. So I'm not sure how many of you are actually planning to live on campus if you're interested in Lewis, but if you have any questions specifically about that, feel free to ask me, but this is just some basic information for you. And then in terms of tuition and room and board, this is just some of the numbers that you can see. So for 2020 to 2021, room and board tuition in total is about $46,000. We do have merit-based scholarships. So depending on what your GPA is, as well as your tests, because we are test optional as well, that can impact how much money you're getting, as well as filling out your FAFSA. And we do also take external scholarships. And then this is just information about how to apply. It's simple, lewisu.edu/apply. We're available through the Common App. We're on rolling admissions, so basically there are no hard deadlines, but we always have recommended deadlines that you can see here. This gives you information about the success of our students. 95% of our students are employed or go on to attend graduate school. And then in terms of those interested in nursing, we have a 95% pass rate in the NCLEX. And then this is my contact information, as well as some of the other admission counselors at Lewis.
Thank you so much. Our next presenter is University of Missouri, Mizzou.
Good evening. I'm Stephanie Duff. I'm one of the regional Chicago admissions representatives. I also have my colleague Maria here today to answer any questions on the Q&A, so feel free to pop any questions in there. The University of Missouri, or Mizzou, is located in Columbia, which is about a 6-hour drive from the Chicagoland area. There are also direct flights out of O'Hare into the Columbia Regional Airport. It's about a 35-minute flight. We've been ranked a top 25 city to live in, but also known as one of America's best college towns. The university campus is actually a registered botanic garden. It is unbelievably gorgeous and only 1 square mile. And downtown Columbia is across the street from campus. So if you walk from the far side of campus across into downtown, that's only about a 10 to 15-minute walk. You have over 200 shops and restaurants at your hands. Being on campus, you could take lunch and go get a slice of pizza at Shakespeare's, walk back to class, walk back to your dorm. There are 18 different art, film, music, different types of festivals that take place in Columbia, including one of the country's largest documentary film festivals, 20 different live music venues within downtown Columbia as well. Definitely a lot going on. 89 different parks. If you're interested in hiking trails, biking trails, running trails, there's definitely a lot of natural beauty around the Columbia area as well. The University of Missouri has 30,000 students from all 50 states and more than 120 countries. We are a very unique university. We are one of only 6 public universities in the entire country to have a medical school, a vet school, and a law school all on one campus. Additionally, we're one of only 14 universities to be both the land-grant university for the state, as well as the Tier 1 research institution and a member of the AAU. The AAU is the Association of American Universities. It is your top 63 research universities on the North American continent, actually, because regardless of the name, there are some Canadian members. Being both the land grant and the AAU, it's a really great value. You're getting that Tier 1 research education at a land grant cost. Our application opens August 1st. We accept apps via our institutional application or via the Common App. We do accept applications with test scores and super scores, whether they be from the ACT or the SAT, and we do have a test optional pathway for students as well. For our juniors, we will put out there more information about our test optional policy for your class. It may change a little bit from what the current senior class had, so stay up to date on our website. Either way, you have to apply and submit the $55 application fee, submit your transcript, and then we'll get back to you with rolling admission. So about 2 weeks for a decision if you apply with a test score, about a month if you apply test optional. We have over 300 different degree programs in 13 different schools and colleges, including a Discover program for students that want to come in as an undeclared major. There's lots to do on campus with over 600 clubs and organizations. That includes 50 different club and rec sports in an absolutely legendary rec center. We were ranked best rec center in the country by Sports Illustrated. There's 30 different musical ensembles. There's 400 different study abroad programs. There's a ton of different community service organizations, including the country's largest alternative break program, where students spend one of their breaks all over the country and typically all over the world doing community service. We have 20 different NCAA Division I sports teams, including men's basketball, men's football, which are a ton of fun. But we have won SEC championships in volleyball, softball. There's a lot of amazing sports teams on our campus, and we are a part of the Southeastern Conference. We are known for our hands-on learning. We call it the Missouri method. Every single program on our campus has this hands-on practical learning, but it was originally coined by our world-renowned School of Journalism. We are actually the world's first school of journalism. To give you an example of this Missouri method, our broadcast students actually work at an NBC station broadcast to all of Missouri. We are the only university in the country to own and operate a network affiliate news station. We have competitive scholarships and departmental scholarships. Those have different applications associated with them, and they have a December 1st deadline. But whenever you apply, you are also automatically considered for a set of scholarships. Our residency program is really well known. You get in-state tuition after a year, 5 simple steps, live in Missouri for 12 months. We count the time that you're in the dorm, so you just need to stay in the state for 1 summer. Get a Missouri driver's license, register to vote in Missouri, make $2,000 with a part-time job, and then for that 1 year, your parents cannot claim you on their taxes as a dependent. Every other year they get to. So those 5 simple steps, and you have in-state tuition for your sophomore year on. Please come visit. We have in-person campus visits that are open, but if you're not able to travel, we have lots of different virtual options as well, including current student panels, departmental visits, one-on-ones with admissions representatives. So whether you're visiting Columbia virtually or in person, give us a call or register at visit.missouri.edu. There are 3 of us that live here full time. So I cover the North Chicago territory. Maria, who's also on here tonight, covers the South Chicago territory, and we have Carly, who covers the West Chicago area, but you're welcome to reach out to any of us. Thanks so much, and go Tigers.
Okay, I'm going to put all of our reps on the spot real quick to answer a question for you all, and that is, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process? And if we could start at the top again with Alma College.
All right. I say this all the time. I feel like my biggest advice is to treat your college search process kind of like dating. So you'll want to go out on dates, right? You want to go visit the places. You really want to make sure that what you're looking for is what you as a person wants. So do you want a small campus? Do you want a big campus? You really need to look at what you need and what you want from a school, and also the things that you can do, right? You want to be able to have similarities and have things in common with the campus and what you're looking for. So that's kind of my analogy for it, but really make sure that your college search process is what you want and what you're going to, I mean, you're going to be the one living there. So making sure that the college is the right fit for you, not for your parents, not for your friends, for you.
I'll kind of build on that and say, you know, you're looking for the right fit here, but try to keep in mind that you have a lot of really great choices. So this is really more about finding what's going to be the best choice for you than it is that you have good and bad choices. There's a lot of great ones out there, but most of all, I think try to have fun with this process. This is an exciting time, and it's looking like it's going to get to be a much more normal process for you than what it has been recently. So try to take advantage of that and get to use this as a time of exploration and learn about yourself, about your options, and have fun with the process.
So usually what I try to make sure that students understand is, you know, admissions counselors are here to really assist you. And whether we live in Chicago or you're based on campus, you know, whether it's 3 colleges or 5 colleges, you know, really identify who your admissions counselor is in this process. Each school have different timelines. Each school have different deadlines when it comes to submitting an application or scholarships. And so get to know that admissions counselor of the 3 to 5 institutions that you're considering, and build that relationship with them. You know, get their work phone number, get their, you know, work cell phone number, whatever it might be, whatever their you know, a preferred method of communication might be, because we know these deadlines. We want to help you out, and we want to make sure it's the right fit for you. And so, you know, identify who those admissions counselors are, and reach out to them early in the process. Learn about visits, learn about information opportunities. And then get to know that person as you're going through and kind of navigating the college search process, because it'll be much more enjoyable that way than trying to figure out all this on your own.
Yeah, I'll add on to all those great answers by saying, please make sure that you pick a school that really values you. I think that is one of the biggest things, that the school, you know, there's so many great schools, like everyone's saying, there's so many options, but pick a school that makes you feel like, wow, they really want me here just as much as I want to be here. I think that's such a crucial part. And, you know, what's the school that goes out of their way for you, right? They take their time to show you around campus. They treat your family well. What school makes you feel like, wow, I'm meant to be here?
So I know that I'm kind of saying the same thing as everybody else, but the biggest thing that I'd say is 100% visit each school that you can. Like, that's going to make a huge difference when you actually get on the campus and see what it's actually like. Because it's one thing to sit through, you know, these presentations and panels and stuff like that and see slides, but it's a whole nother thing to actually go to a campus and see what it's actually like. I mean, that's kind of what I would do. And then another thing too, just to kind of add on, is also apply to each school. Even if you are afraid that you're not going to get in or get accepted or something, make sure you put in those applications in, because the worst thing that can happen is they'll say no, but the best thing is they might say yes, and you were afraid and you didn't apply and you could have got in. So make sure that you do that too.
I'm going to narrow my advice in for juniors. Remember that this semester, this spring semester, is the last semester of grades we will see on your application. So finish it strong. We always, no matter what school you are, we want to see an upward trend in grades. So for my juniors, this is crunch time.
Fantastic. Thank you, everyone, for all that great advice. And thank you, students and families, for joining us. When this window closes, there will be a link to a very quick 4-question survey. We'd appreciate any feedback that you can share Also, this is just one of many sessions being hosted. So again, please sign up for more. And in about a week, you'll be able to find this and many other recordings at strivescan.com/Illinois. And with that, thanks everyone, and have a wonderful night.